Welcome to part 5 of How to Sell Like a Coach. My name is Natalie Sabrina Da, and if you haven't done so already, please watch video 1 to 4 because it kind of builds on top of one another. If you want to learn how to sell like a coach, make sure you watch all 4 videos before this one. This is the last one in the series, and today we're going to talk about something that we use in coaching. We use in coaching all the time, but when it comes to selling, we hesitate. When it comes to selling, we struggle. When it comes to selling, we don't like to do this. And what is it that I'm talking about? Action. Yes. So action in terms of a coaching situation is, so what are the next steps? Okay, so we discussed on how to fix a situation or how to evolve or whatever it is that you do in your coaching. And then typically at the end, we define some action steps to ensure that the client moves forward. And then we can also hold them accountable for that in the next session. So what we do in the end, that's what I do at least. I'm sure most of you do the same thing. We have a call to action. We have 1, 2, 3 different things that the client is committing to doing. And in a selling situation, the call to action, what is that called? It's called closing. And when you hear that word, I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't like that word, because closing is about asking for money, and sometimes, or most of the times, or a lot of times when I talk to coaches, they don't really like doing this. Not their favorite thing, and that's the last part of the sales. And the thing is here, if you don't have a call to action, if you don't ask for the money, if you don't ask for the sale, you're not gonna get it. And the same in the coaching. If the client is not gonna commit to any actions, he or she is probably not gonna get very far. Unless, you do a different type of coaching, that's all good. I'm just talking about results-oriented coaching, where you're a health coach, you help someone lose weight or get fit. You're a mindset coach, you help someone get into a better mindset. You're a relationship coach, you help someone find the love of their life, for example. So it's results-based. You want to get them some results. And you ask action questions. And in a sales situation, you need to ask the sale question. So what I typically ask is, where do we go from here? So what would you suggest? And I'll let the client or the prospect then ask me, so what are the next steps of working together? Which is, again, pull, not push. And that's why it works really well, but it still is a call to action. And if you don't like closing, you can also call it make arrangements. So let's make arrangements. So when can we start? How shall we proceed? What are the next steps? But the key is here, you need to ask the call to action question. And we practice this a lot in the sales boot camp. And so here is a small call to action from my part. Because if you've been watching those 5 videos, my guess is that sales is something that you want to learn more about in the least bit. So what I have created is a 2-day program. It's very, very intensive. And we did it for the first time this year, 2020, online. So from the comfort of your home, it's 2 days. It's very intensive, but don't worry, it's not going to be just screen time. There's a lot of exercises, role plays, and do me a favor, go to the website sales-bootcamp.ch and check out the testimonials, because myself, I was very much blown away by the testimonials I got after the first one we did online, because in the beginning I wasn't sure if online would be really manageable for two days straight, but it was, and I got a lot of compliments, like people saying, wow.
The energy that you have, and it, I can't believe that I wasn't bored stupid being online for those many hours.
You made me lose my fear of selling, because I always had the feeling I have to, not be myself. So I saw now I can be authentic, and I must be authentic as well.
The biggest win, the biggest tangible win, well, I actually during the program managed to get a new client. So it paid, the thing paid for itself several times over.
My biggest win are my 2 sales I did. So
yes.
I look forward to get the results.
So I encourage you, go check it out. We have the next one coming up in November. And ask me some questions if you have any. So, video number 5, last but not least, call to action. Close the deal, ask for the sale, ask for money, make arrangements, and get a client. Yes. So that's basically my aim for you watching the series and get some clients. Because I believe that what you have is so valuable that more people need to get it. But if you don't ask for the sale, nothing much is gonna happen. Natalie Sabrina Dahl, shooting this from my garden in Switzerland, and hope to see you online or at one of the other events. And until we do, stay awesome and healthy.